All right, let's get to that Butch Jones picture. He has a shirt that says 2023 bowl bound. Before we get to basketball, as the Vols are pretty darn good. Let me remind you of this for a second while he's wearing this shirt, and it's on our YouTube channel. Please hit the like and subscribe button. It would be one thing if James Franklin went to Vanderbilt and got them bowl bound, right? Vanderbilt was not bowl bound for 2 decades, right?
Correct.
So here is Butch Jones's record. Here is Butch Jones's record in his previous 2 seasons. He's 2-10-0, and well, there's not an O anymore. There's not.
Wow, Dave, you just dated yourself.
Well, no, it was. It's because some people tied back in Arkansas State history. So he was 2-10. He's 3 and he was 2-10 in 2021, 3-9 this year, and I assume he has 6 wins to make to be bowl eligible. Now, but here's the funny thing: you're not going to a school that's had 0 success. Would you care to answer this question? Was Arkansas State bowl bound in 2020?
They were not in 2020.
They were not. They're 4-7 and made the change to Blake Anderson and Butch Jones, which they'll soon regret. Before that, 2019 bowl bound. 2018 bowl bound. 2017 bowl bound. 2016 bowl bound. 2015 bowl bound. 2014 bowl bound. 2013 bowl bound. 2012 bowl bound. 2011 bowl bound. So they almost make a bowl every year, and Butch goes out in his tone-deaf ways and say, look at us, bowl bound.
In his 3rd year.
Down the dumbest PR stance that you could take. You go to a bowl every year before you got there.
I know. It is classic Butch Jones. If in case you so remember, by the way, the 1 year they missed, it was a COVID year. Dave, we all agreed to throw that year out, right? Like many things went
about that.
Yeah. And so every year that wasn't a COVID year since 2011, Arkansas State had gone to a bowl before Butch Jones took over. And Butch Jones goes 2-10, 3-9. And this year he's 6-5 and he wears a bowl bound shirt. And the funniest was when they lost to Oklahoma 73 to whatever to nothing at the beginning of the year, he said, he had a quote where he said, there's a lot of players on this team that care. And that wasn't the case when I first got here. I'm like, I think the players cared that they were better before you got there. So what are you talking about? And he acted like he was doing a rebuilding job, but this is Butch Jones. This is his history. This is what he's always done. Remember when he went 8-4 at Tennessee, Dave, and he sold it like he won a national championship the next year?
Yeah, and I can remember him going up to somebody that covers Tennessee on a day-to-day basis, and before the Alabama game when he was an analyst, somehow they let him make the trip, I believe, and he said, well, everybody's should have realized what they got. They were getting 9-win seasons before, and look at them now. Like, dude, that is not what Tennessee and Alabama and Georgia and Florida and even South Carolina, no offense, SC Scout guy, that's not what they're shooting for. It's not shooting for a 9-win season and, hey, let's have a parade down the Henley Street Bridge. I mean, that's not – he's just so out of touch and so tone deaf.